All right, the NFL just keep getting greedier and greedier. They changed the NFL playoff format. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. I'll link an article in the description so you can check it out. And if the season takes place this year in 2020, the format will take place this year. They are adding an additional team from each conference, the NFC and the AFC, to the playoffs. So there will only be one first round bye for an AFC team and an NFC team. Also, I think next year or next season, they're going to a 17-game schedule. They're taking one preseason game out. It's just getting greedier and greedier. Money is going to change the NFL, with them getting sued for concussions and, and just, wanting more and more money. For the players to get a bigger percentage, they had to add an extra regular season game, which is really stupid. You still probably getting the same percentage of the slice of the pie you were getting, if it was a 16-game schedule. They just do an extra game to pay you guys some extra money, which NFL players are just stupid. But they get owners too much power. If any league should be a player league, it's a players league. It should be the NFL. But they added an additional playoff game. I heard they may even throw the playoff game on Monday night. Not sure how true that would be. So instead of having, 4 wild card games, you're going to have 6 and only one team get a bye. They still going through how they going to do the seeding. And it's all about money. These dudes are getting greedy. I don't understand why the NFL is getting so greedy. If that's the case, you need more money. Just take the player fine money and pocket it. We know you pocketing it anyway, and they lying and saying they giving it to charity. It's a profit. It went from a non-profit under Obama to a profit under Donald Trump. But, more football ain't really bad. But they just getting too greedy, man. And the players are not getting a larger chunk enough of the pie. If any league, should the players get over 50%, should the players get over 50% of the pie, it should be the NFL. I think they should have got rid of 2 preseason games and made it a 17-game schedule. But what's so messed up about messing with the scheduling and the playoff games and all that, scheduling in particular, adding the game, what's messed up about it is the fact that the records, now they get an additional game to run up the records. Nah, this ain't the first time it happened before. NFL had less than 16 games before, but, it is what it is. It's just being greedy, and that's just going to be the downfall of the NFL, and that's the downfall of, civilization is money. Just leave it the way it is. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Let it be 16 games. They making enough money. Like Jerry Jones and, the other owners out here, this is not even a primary source of income usually. They usually some oil barons out there or some tech nerds out there. They make way more money in a other organization. They get $250 million before the season started in TV money. Okay? Not $250,000, $250 million. So now the players got to go through one more game in the regular season of grueling. And you add an additional team that didn't deserve to be there. A lot of times you got teams that's getting into the playoffs that's 8-8. You shouldn't be in the playoffs at being 8-8. Eagles made the playoffs this year at 8-8. So now what you're going to do is throw additional team in there and take away a bye. But hey, if it worked, all to be forgiven. I don't really have an issue with it. My issue is that the players are not getting treated right. They preach player safety, but then they added an additional regular season game. Now they got 16 teams in the playoffs now and only one bye. So it should make it more interesting, but I just liked it the way it is. But hey, at one point the NBA, it was frowned upon when they implemented the 3-point line, and look how it's revolutionized the game. Before the Houston Texans came to the league, that's the last time they restructured the playoffs. And I heard there's some more tweaks coming to this format that hasn't been unveiled yet. But the NFL, just making it a rich man sport and putting all this money into it, this is going to be its downfall. And I'm just wondering what's going to be the next sport that steps up and become the dominant sport in America. But hey, I'll link an article in the description explaining all of this. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out on those social media platforms. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, want to make a donation to the channel, that link's in the description, Cash App, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Check out our NFL Talk playlist for more videos like this, and let me know what you feel in the comment section about the new NFL playoff format. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV, your boy CJ.